Hello, my June's Journey friends. It's Curly Sue, and welcome to my storyline series, where we go over June's shenanigans chapter by chapter. Today, we're going over Volume 1, Chapter 18, Unexpected Company. In our last chapter, we met a new character, Franny. She's a random pregnant woman that June and Mrs. Talbot assisted in Mexico. And, judging by the kissy-facing that was going on between her and Bobby Talbot, she seems to be in a relationship with him. To recap, June and Mrs. Talbot have finally succeeded in clearing Bobby's name in the murder investigation. They did it by pointing the finger at the victim's wife, Stella Conroy. And boy, was she mad. She made it clear, at gunpoint, that she did not kill her husband, Ray. Unable to convince anyone in this little group, she was quickly carted off to jail by Detective Martell. And now that the case is wrapped up in a tight little bow, June and Mrs. Talbot borrow one of Elliot's cars and drive off to Mexico, where Bobby's been hiding, to tell him the good news. As soon as they get to Bobby's hotel, they spot a young pregnant woman languishing in the heat. June uses her MacGyver nursing skills to perk her back up. Then, out of nowhere, a man comes by and kisses her right on the mouth. Oh, how sweet. This must be the woman's Bobby? And once again, Bobby's got some explaining to do. And so starts Volume 1, Chapter 18, Unexpected Company. We found Bobby hiding out in Mexico with a pregnant woman named Franny. Bobby took us aside to explain, but his explanation revealed that the case was far from closed. We recently learned that Bobby was hot to trot for the lounge singer Stella, but now we see him kissing on this pregnant woman in Mexico. I think my neck hurts from whiplash. I know that we're all just a little bit confused. Let's let Mama Talbot start off the conversation. She starts off, "So, Franny, she seems nice. Why didn't you tell us about her?" Bobby's looking all nervous and squirrely. This is becoming his go-to look. "Mom, I really wanted to, but I couldn't. It wasn't safe for me or for Franny." June's turn. "What do you mean?" So, the whole time they were talking, Bobby seemed really nervous. He kept looking over his shoulder. "What was that?" he said. "Did you hear that?" "Wind chime, Bobby. Look, you don't have to worry anymore. We've caught Ray's killer. It was Stella. She's in jail, and the police won't be looking for you anymore." Bobby seems gobsmacked. "What? Stella? But Stella didn't kill Ray. Elliot Bernard did." "Wait, what?" June needs to clarify. Elliot Bernard killed Ray? And now Bobby's finally going to explain. Elliot and Ray ran this big-time gambling operation. Elliot thought Ray had stolen money. I overheard them arguing at Tallulah's. I saw Elliot stab Ray. Then I found a bag of cash in the dumpster out back. And now he's after me. He sent guys to my place. He sent me a threat. Here, take a look at this. June reads the note. It says, "Return what's mine if you want to live." And it's signed Elliot. Elliot doesn't seem too afraid of the law. I mean, he signed his own name and everything. "That monster," June said. "He played us like a fiddle." Miss Talbot just shakes her head. Oh, God. "Elliot asked us where you were," she said, "and we told him." "Dang it," Bobby said. "I need to go check on Franny. We have to get out of here now." And off they all go to find her. And here she is in the hotel room. Bobby says, "Franny, what are you doing? You're supposed to be resting." And Franny, who's apparently doing too much just by being upright, says, "Elliot's here. I saw him in the market earlier today." "I know," Bobby says. "We have to get out of here." Franny is disagreeing. "No, I'm tired of running. We have to put an end to this." And she pulls out whoa, what is this? "A pistol?" June asks. "What are you planning to do?" "I'm going to confront him." Bobby seems to like the ladies who aren't afraid to pack some heat. No, Bobby wants to be more reasonable. We'll just leave. We'll go to the coast. I won't let Elliot find us. Elliot followed us all the way to Mexico, Franny said. You think he's going to stop? To be fair, though, that was really June's fault for spilling the beans. And now she says, why not give him the money? If that's what he wants, let's just give it to him. After her blunder, she really wants to fix this. If all he wants is the money, why don't I return it to him? Franny says, Bobby, you know it's not the money that matters to him. Bobby agrees, I know, but it could buy us some time to get out of here. Right, June says, you two head to the bus station while I take the money to Elliot. Now let's open this suitcase. Is all the cash here? Well, most of it, Bobby says, minus the hotel room, some food. So, no. So June just says, we'll see you at the bus station after we give Elliot his money. Franny tells her that she saw him walking into the Casa Roa Hotel. Be careful, June, Bobby warns. Elliot is used to getting his way. Now, break. Go, team. June and Mrs. Talbot found Elliot at the Casa Roa Hotel, looking as if he was expecting them. June Parker, Mama Talbot, how was the drive? I trust my car didn't give you any troubles. And June tears right into him. You lied to us. We know you killed Ray, and we know you tried to frame Bobby. Here's your money. Take it and leave. Money? Elliot says. You think I care about the money? Elliot took that money and tossed it right into the fountain. We'd never seen him lose his cool before. Oh my, his anger has gone from 0 to 60 in just a split second. People don't take from me. They don't steal from me without consequences. If that saxophone player thinks he can run off to Mexico with my property. Okay, now we're starting to see the real Elliot. This is the Elliot that Bobby is so afraid of. You can't keep your true self hidden forever. But if this wasn't about the money, what was it about? Pride? Or something else? So June asks him, as Mama Talbot tears up, what is it that you want, Elliot? The woman that Bobby is traveling with has something that belongs to me. We're all confused. What are you talking about? June says. Elliot explains, I told you my housekeeper recently left my employ. The light is coming on in June's head. Oh, Franny, she worked for you. What does she have that belongs to you? And Elliot says, the child she is carrying belongs to me. Eee. I cared for that woman, Elliot goes on. I gave her everything, and how does she repay me? She runs off with a cheap sax player, telling sob stories about how I forced myself on her. Fine if she wants to live in squalor with that boy, but I'm not going anywhere without my child. This story is getting darker by the second. Elliot was furious and not about to back down. June and Mrs. Talbot decide to run off to warn Bobby and Franny. At the bus station, there were no signs of Franny nor Bobby anywhere. Mrs. Talbot is quite worried. You don't think Elliot caught up to them already? No, June says. We were just talking with Elliot. He couldn't have beat us here. Oh, look, there's Bobby. Mom, he called out. Over here. Mrs. Talbot says, Bobby, you're all right. Where's Franny? Bobby says she was right here waiting to board the bus. But when I went to load the luggage, she disappeared. June is being strong for the group. Don't worry, we'll find her. Excuse me, driver. She flags him down. We're looking for a woman, brown hair, brown eyes, about 8 months pregnant. Have you seen her? Yeah, the driver remembers. A nervous-looking little thing. She left a note for someone named Bobby. Well, hey, I'm Bobby, Bobby says. So let's take a look at this note. June reads it for everyone. I'm done running from Elliot. I won't let that monster take my child. Mrs. Talbot is alarmed. Oh dear, she went after him. Bobby, June says, the gun. Did Franny take it? I don't know, Bobby says. She could have. I don't remember seeing it. Well, let's all hope she took it, because an 8-month pregnant woman against an enraged sociopath, I'm not so sure how well she'd fare. Probably she shouldn't have gone in the first place. June says we have to hurry. And you're right, June. Let's go. They ran toward the Casa Roa Hotel, but saw no sign of Franny or Elliot. So, while we're standing around, let's get the whole story. June wants to know, how did all this start, Bobby? And it's about time. Bobby's ready to spill. I met Franny at Elliot's estate, and we started seeing each other. Now, I knew Elliot had a reputation, but I didn't really understand until Franny came to me. She was pregnant and afraid. Elliot was her boss, June. He took advantage of her. So let's get this straight. Franny was Elliot's housekeeper. Elliot took advantage of a clear imbalance of power and used Franny for his own animalistic pleasures. Wow, just when you think this story couldn't get any darker. We've had time to process what Bobby just said, but June hasn't because what do you know? Gunshots. Okay, what now? Apparently, this group of 3 ran towards the gunshots because here we are standing around the bullet shells. June says, I found a bullet shell, but I have no idea where the shot came from. Bobby is reeling from his inability to protect his girlfriend. Oh God, he says, if anything happens to Franny, it's my fault. If only I had seen what was going on with her sooner. Mama Talbot makes an attempt to comfort him. Bobby, don't worry, we'll find Franny. Bobby's still worried. This fort is so huge, how are we going to find them? Let's split up, June says. But before they have a chance to break, Mrs. Talbot spots something unsettling. June, is that what I think it is? Well, it looks like a big splotch of blood on the stone steps. And June confirms it's blood. Someone's bleeding. And Bobby with the obvious question. Is it Elliot or Franny? June says, I don't know, but it looks like they went up the tower. Come on, let's follow the trail of blood. Oh, we found them. June shouts out, let her go, Elliot. Elliot seems to still be enraged from our previous encounter. This is a family matter and does not concern you. Do not make me do something ungentlemanly. June, you've never been a gentleman. And with that, Elliot drags Franny away. We have to find a way to save Franny. Now Elliot has his gun out and it's trained on poor little Franny. He's not going to get his baby this way. He is clearly deranged and we have to stop him. He seems to be standing in an entanglement of rope. Let's say we hooked up this rope to this pulley here and messed around with these levers. What do you suppose would happen? Oh my. What did we just witness here? Let's put a pin in that and go see about Franny. Franny, June says, are you all right? And Franny just wants to know where Elliot is. I need to see him. I need to know that he's really dead. Okay, so we did just witness what we thought we witnessed. Bobby distracts her from that. It's okay. It's over. And June tells her, Elliot's dead. You don't have to worry about him anymore. And Bobby says, come on, let's go home. And off we go. I think we're going to leave Elliot there at the bottom of the canyon. Elliot was a clear threat. This is obviously self-defense. Calling the authorities just seems like a hassle. Let's just get out of Dodge. Can we still use Elliot's car? Is Elliot really dead? Will June or anyone else notify the authorities? And so, who was that bleeding on the stone steps? And hey, what about Stella? Is she going to rot in jail for Elliot's crimes? And the big question, will June keep Elliot's car? We may or may not get the answers to these burning questions, but stay tuned anyway for our next installment. And as always, thanks for watching. If you'd like to read the story without commentary, keep watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that we don't lose each other. And until we meet again, sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey.